Greetings everyone. I'm going to show you today how easy it is to make the whole grain crackers from Sally Fallon's Nourishing Traditions today. And the beauty of the Thermomix is that we're going to mill the flour fresh. I've got some kamut already milled, and we're going to mill another 200 grams for a total of 400 grams of spelt. And so we're just going to weigh that in, not 200, because you don't want to do more than 250 at a time. We're going to put this in here just for the dust. 1 minute is all it needs, and speed 10. Flour's done and milled. I'm just going to add it there. It's nice to have a good brush for doing the flours to get that out. Now to measure in the whey, we're just going to set that back on because we're going to use a scale. So just take your bowl, set it on, zero it. And this recipe calls for a cup of yogurt. I have lots of whey on hand because I'm going to make yogurt cheese balls next. So I'm going to do a cup of whey, which is 250 grams. And you don't need to dirty your bowl for this because you're just going to mix it up. Mix it in, and then we're going to leave it in a warm place for 12 to 24 hours. So our flour has been soaking in whey for 24 hours. It's ready to go. So again, this recipe is taken from Nourishing Traditions, page 518. It's the whole grain crackers. So it calls for 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds toasted in the oven. We can do this in the machine as well. So we're going to weigh in 15 grams, which is 2 tablespoons. A little bit more there. We want to set it for 6 minutes on Varoma, which is the hottest, and we're just going to put it on speed 2. Okay, so this is done now, toasting for 6 minutes, and because we used heat, it's going to shut off. There's no more heat, but it will gently stir it to keep it from burning, and it'll beep until you turn it off. So we're going to turn that off, and we're going to add in the 90 grams of butter into that because it's just going to melt with the machine already being hot. And just toss that in there and just let it go for a few minutes till it's melted. Stir it on 2 for probably about 30 seconds. Okay, let's get this mixed with the baking powder. So we want 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon, actually 1 teaspoon of sea salt. A doughy ball there, and then we're just going to add in the sesame seeds and the butter that we've melted. And mix it again for about 30 seconds on reverse. Okay, so that is mixed. And I'm just going to put it in the bowl because we'll do it in like 4 separate balls. Now this one is a little bit stickier than the last batch I made, and I suspect that's because of using all whey, completely whey. So let's just take one ball or one section here. And the easiest way to do this, if you don't have a silicone mat, just use 2 pieces of parchment paper. So we're going to roll that out into whatever you want your crackers thickness to be. Okay, we've got it rolled out. I'm just going to peel this off. And a pizza cutter works great for making them whatever size you're wanting. I'm sure you'll be much neater than I am. I got lots of different shapes here. And then the easiest way to do this, now I've got, you can use a cookie sheet, but I've got the drying rack, and just flip it over and peel it back. So an even easier way to do this is just use 2 pieces of parchment paper and roll it out. Okay, so let's put this back on here. So again, if you're using a cookie sheet in your oven, you do that. I'm going to dry these for at least 12 hours at 105 degrees. An oven can only go so low, but sometimes they can be programmed. So as long as they're dry, they're baked, they'll have a little bit of a different flavor. You're going to lose the raw qualities of it, but they taste really good. So when they're dried, they taste a little more cheesy, which is a good thing too. So enjoy, and till we meet again, be kitchen smart and nutrition wise.